Well, good morning, everyone. I hope that you had a great weekend. I know we did at the Journey. Super Bowl party was a blast. And it's time for Sunday morning recap. And so we're going to jump into 1 Corinthians 13. I want to zero in on one of the last verses we covered and just say this, that God-type love is stronger than any other love we could imagine, we could try to experience. God love, God's special gift of love to us, for us to love him in return, for us to love others, is durable. It's rewarded in ways that any other love really couldn't give to us. In fact, let me just say this. Yesterday, I stated that during the Super Bowl, there was a strong possibility that one of the pieces of love that we were talking about on Sunday, someone was going to need that to endure whatever it was going to take to win the game, whether it was the team that was in the lead enduring one more play to hold the other team back, or the other team enduring one more drive to get that game-winning score. And that's exactly how it played out. Now, that's not like some special gift I have. That's just really how sports plays out most of the time, that people have to dig deep. They have to decide, do I want to see the very best happen? And that's what happens when we love God God's way. When we love God's way, we have the strength to love God's people, the loved ones we have around us, the people that come into our lives. In fact, listen to verse number 7, because he says, if we'll do this love the way God tells us, really through verses 4 through 7, verse number 7 is the result. So let me read to you verse number 7 really quickly. Verse number 7 says this. It says that talking about love or charity in this particular version, it says, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. And so think about it. When we're loving God the way we're supposed to, it makes our love for others more durable. It makes our love for others stronger. And in return, our love for self is put in a good place. Because I think that sometimes we think that we don't love ourselves enough, but really we only love ourselves. And God says, if you'll love me, I'll help you tame your love for yourself so that you can love others in a way that makes a difference. And so think about this. The last word that he uses to describe the results is endureth. And that's the thing I was talking about at the beginning, that there's going to need to be an endurance. Because when we love God and love God's people, especially God's people, things don't always go the way we want them to. People don't always respond to our love the way we hope they would. And so we have to be ready to endure the harder road within our relationships longer than we probably would like to, so that we can have the result that we hope for. And so God type of love towards others is ready to be patient with them. That's that beareth all things, and really bear it in silence. We don't have to make a big to-do about our bearing with them. In fact, if we tell them, that if it wasn't for my patience, I'd be done with you, we don't have to say that, because that's offensive. That's not going to help people. And so we learn how to bear it in silence, because we know that God's got it. We don't have to worry about whether or not we're being taken advantage of. He tells us to love people this way, and then trust him with it. So it believes all things. God says, I'll take care of it. So we trust him to take care of it. And we hope that in the way that God takes care of it, that we'll enjoy the results, but the road might be tough. So loving God's people, God's way, gives us the ability to stay in the game, so to speak, a lot longer. Many people just throw in the towel after just a little bit of endurance. In fact, I think a lot of people assume that if I can endure for just this minor little thing, then God will open up the world to me. But no one gets great success by doing a little endurance. People have great success when they endure whatever is in the way, as long as it takes. So think about that. As long as it takes. So learn how to love people by loving God. When you love God, you'll love people. And it'll be an enduring love. It'll give you the strength to dig deep when you need to. Hope that helps you start off your week strong. Have a great day.